What's going on, Rob?
Not much. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I got you nice and loud and clear.
Sweet. Weird. Something worked right out of the gate.
Usually
That's
doesn't
not.
happen. Well, dude,
Yeah.
I appreciate the time, man, and I'm looking forward to this tour. Got you in Southern California, going to be at the Teragram Ballroom in downtown LA on March 1st, the Fatality Tour. And
Yeah.
dude, I don't know what's going on. Is Alex like hitting the gym a ton, looking at that tour ad man with the drummer all yoked? Like, what's going on here? Or is that like how he envisions himself looking?
Well, I mean, he ended up hitting the gym and having two more arms grafted onto his torso, which we thought was worth it. It was very affordable. We found a guy in an alley somewhere underneath a dumpster. He seemed legit, so we're saying, let's go for it.
I mean, yeah, I mean the drummer could use a couple extra arms. That's just going to make him play faster, play better.
Yep. I think so. I think yeah, he's taken to it well. There's a little bit of infection, but he'll be fine.
Definitely looking forward to it, man. And I don't know how after 20 plus years of music you even try to tackle putting together a set list.
Oh yeah. Well, you got to start with the stuff that you have to play or they'll riot, right? Like obviously the beer song, I can only count to four. There's a couple others, and then we just kind of cherry pick the stuff that resonates with us, and we look at our our top songs on all the things, and we go, should we play that one? Should we? And we just kind of work backwards from there. But it is tough because one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I'm counting my albums over here on the wall. Yeah, there's seven or eight albums these days, and then there's a bunch of singles that I haven't been on there. So there's like 140 songs or something we got to pick from. So
Love
yeah, that's the downside of putting out a lot of music is if they want to, and then you always get somebody after the show. They're like, "Oh, you didn't play this song." And you're like, "Oh yeah,
it.
sorry."
Thanks for that reminder.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious, man, for you individually, like obviously going out on the road, you're going to do some rehearsing and prepping and stretching and some working out and stuff. I'm curious, do you spend as much time on the singing end of things as you do on the comedy parody end of things? Like are you rehearsing those as much as you're rehearsing your vocals?
We do. Um, I mean, we kind of have a lot of gags and stuff baked into our songs
Hmm.
that we plan out ahead. Sometimes we're like halfway through a tour and then we come up with something and then it becomes part of the show. So it's there's a lot of firing from the hip. I would say good 60% of it's improv. Like we just say stupid stuff and do stupid things. And then some of it's like, okay, we have to do this here every time because it,
Right.
it it always gets a good reaction. But yeah, we put some thought into it. We're now currently like trying to figure out how we could do more visual gags, um, which is hard to do when you don't have like a giant bus in a trailer. You know what I
Sure.
mean? So we have to get creative with that. But yeah, it's coming together.
I'm looking forward to it all and you guys going out with Galactic Empire, which is a hell of a lineup, man.
Yeah, those guys are really cool. They incorporate a lot of cool visual stuff with their their Star Wars, and I think they're branching out from just Star Wars
Yeah,
focused
yeah,
stuff too. So that's really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what they pull off.
yeah. I mean, they put out the new album, Cinemetal. I was hoping maybe they do a Star Trek song or something.
Oh yeah, unite the two factions, right? Almost. I like both. I like Star Trek and Star Wars. But some people are
Equally?
always like one. Well, no, kind of. It just depends. It's it's one's usually like, oh, they really nailed it here, and then you look at like some other stuff they put out. You're like, ugh. Both those sci-fi universes have lots of screw ups.
Hmm.
I don't think it's on an equal basis, but I don't know. Like I like them both for different reasons.
Fair enough, fair enough. And
Yeah.
I imagine there's not going to be, or I was trying to think, would there be any like crossover, any song you jumping out and acting out like doing a lightsaber battle, or maybe them coming up and singing beer with you guys or anything like that? Has that been thought about, talked about?
Not really. I think we do usually towards the end of the tour we'll do something together, but they since they're so I think they're based out of LA or
Mm.
something like that. We're in Chicago, so it's really hard to coordinate and rehearse that sort of thing because we're one of those bands that like we like to rehearse it. We don't like to just walk out on stage and hope for the best. We
Right,
like to be a little prepared. So, um, but something will probably happen. I'm not going to say no for sure.
Well, I hope something does happen, and touching on the set list, kind of curious if you're gonna dip into the Toxic Crusaders soundtrack that you guys recently did. Does that fit into the scheme of things?
I think we will. There'll be one or two things because you know people who come to see Galactic Empire probably like video games,
Yep.
and by the time no, the game won't be out. Probably won't be out by the time we hit the road with it, but we'll probably incorporate a song or two from the soundtrack because there's one song. There's a video out for it now called "You Beat the Game" where there's actually vocals. It's not just instrumental. So we'll probably, I would imagine, we would end up playing that. But we don't actually have a set list put together just yet um, because we've been busy right now. Well, in the other room, they're shooting a video.
Oh
So
wow.
um, yeah, so we're still producing stuff, and then probably I would say in a week or so we'll be like, oh crap, we need a we need a set list. But that comes together. We could do shows in our sleep, like we've done so many of them. So that's that's not usually where we struggle. It's usually like making finding the time to actually make the videos and record the songs is usually the harder part for us. So that's where our energy pours into. That might be more information than you wanted.
I was also going to say too, man. I appreciate that you guys kind of re-release, gave a fresh coat of paint to the flesh-eating roller skate. Rides again. That dude. Since that's come out, I play a couple songs off of that on my show every year, every holiday, man. Especially holiday hate. Like
Nice.
it never gets old.
Appreciate that. Yeah. That we when we made the original came out in 2007, and I don't even want to do the math because it'll depress me. But uh, we decided of actually a while ago, like several years ago, that we wanted to revisit that album again and give it a fresh coat of paint because when we recorded the original, we were in such a hurry to get it out.
Hmm.
Like the label was like, "Oh, we need to buy this day." And we're like, "Okay." So we get off the road and we just stress ourselves out getting it recorded and done, and we couldn't really like the original artwork on there, which I did, is I'm not even joking, clip art
Oh
that
wow.
that like from Microsoft Word or something that I just dragged out. Oh, there's a tree, sure. Okay, here, I'll just do the and it's just was so thrown together. And but I just love the songs on it. We love the songs on it. And so when we decided to remix those songs, uh we wanted to give it the treatment that we felt they deserved. And they turned out killer, and I'm really
Yeah.
happy with them.
Yeah.
Josh crushed it. Josh, our guitarist, does all of the engineering and the mixing,
Oh wow.
and he went out of his way. Yeah, we're all of our stuff is very indie and internal over
Sure.
here.
DIY.
Very much so. It's crazy because the DIY side of things, like with our weird band, this has happened when we try to bring in outside help, like a manager or something, and they're just like, I don't know what to do with you. You guys are weird. Like, yeah, okay, well,. Thanks for trying. So, yeah, that's our world.
Well, dude, I have to bring it up. You mentioned it earlier, one of those songs you can't get away without playing, and it's been 20 plus years for beer. And I'm always
Hmm.
curious with the band when you have that one signature song. When you were making it, was it just another song, or did it seem to have some special sauce on it, some special paprika on it, or was it just another album cut?
So that when we did that song, it was really just written like, if I remember right, the inspiration for that came from a movie called My Girl.
Okay.
Uh, there's Macaulay Culkin in it when he was little, and the main character was taking a college course or something, and she had a crush on the professor, and so she wrote a poem about ice cream, right? and it literally is like, I like ice cream when it's hot. And then it's just really, really third grade level.
Right.
And so that was hilarious to us. And so we like, let's do something similar, but with beer. And it just kind of came together that way. Um, but there was no secret sauce or any. It's the thing when you write music, it, you can't go into it thinking, oh, this is going to be the big special crazy
Sure.
good song. The way we do it is it has to make us laugh first and foremost. If it doesn't, we either scrap it or try again or move on or whatever. But beer was honestly, I didn't think beer was going to be the one on that song. I didn't think anybody would even care or notice. We just got really, really lucky with the radio play that picked it up, and then it just kind of started our whole career as a band. So we just went into it. It made us laugh. It was dumb. It was funny, and it was simple. And since then, it just very happy it worked out because it's just throwing a dart. You hope it hits the bullseye, and that
Right.
one did. Yeah.
Definitely hit the bullseye, man. Well, I love it and still playing it. And dude, one last thing I got to hit you with, man. We're an old school radio station. We do a feature called Mandatory Metallica at 10 p.m., which you're going to be a
Okay.
part of.
Yeah.
And I've been tripping on this, man. This new year, it's the 35th anniversary of their self-titled Black album, which has sold over 30 million records.
Man, good for those guys. Like, I mean, Metallica. Any band that picks up a guitar these days, at least our age and older, has to credit that band in some way for the influence and the inspiration because if I recall, Metallica came out as a middle finger to all of the glam rock and stuff that was
Mhm.
happening then. So they're like and they'd be super aggressive and angry thrash, and it just fired up a whole bunch of guys like us back then. And yeah, I mean, it was those guys. I always hope that I could meet one of them or play a show with them or whatever someday. Who knows, Um, but that's incredible. And Black Album, not my favorite,
Same.
but it's definitely was one of the harder hitting ones for them. Probably their best selling album.
Oh,
I
by
would
far,
guess
30
by
million.
far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think that might
that's
be the
a
top sold metal album of all time.
yeah. You're probably right. Although, like a pop artist comes out, that's like their day one sales is 30 million. So
Right.
it's not fair. Ah. Anyway,
Be honest with me, man. Were you like me? I think we're kind of close in age. When that Black album came out, you went, "What happened to my thrash metal band?"
um, you know, I wasn't as cognizant of the evolution of the band at the time
Mm,
because I was just getting into metal around that time. Let's see, what year did Black Metal come out? I can't remember. Was it
91.
91?
Yeah.
91?
So I was
So
gonna
I
say,
was 11. I was 11 when it came out. Um, and I lived in super conservative Texas when I was a kid. So it was like I was just surrounded by country, which I can't stand. And I was getting into like punk a little bit, just some rock, Metallica. I hadn't fully discovered yet. I would hear, you know, uh, uh, their hit on the radio here and there, and I started to get into them a little bit after that. And then I went back and listened to the original stuff. Like, oh, okay, I see what the big deal is. Um, and then they handed that. Then I took the next step over to Pantera, and that solidified my love of the genre. But Metallica definitely was my start. But like I didn't know the whole history until I started to actually pay attention. I was all video games and chasing butterflies or whatever. So
so
yeah,
Sandman probably was your introduction then.
it probably was. Um, because the friends I hung out with, they weren't super into metal at the time. And then I made some new friends later on who were, including Josh, our guitarist. Um, and then he was like, "Oh yeah," because he was super into Metallica. You can ask him all the Metallica questions; he'll be able to answer them. Um, but I didn't get to him until much later.
You had mentioned Black Album, not your favorite album, not my favorite either. I'd probably lean towards Master of Puppets, but just to put a button on it, pick a Metallica song for us to play for you on Mandatory Metallica. What can we play for
Oh
you?
geez. Um, oh, So you play them all, probably, I'm guessing. Like
Yep.
everything.
Yep. Except for Lulu.
I don't want to embarrass myself here. I got to be careful. um, something off the And Justice for All album.
Okay.
Uh,
Harvester, Eye Beholder, Blacken, title track.
Blackened. That one. Yes. Please play that for me. I haven't listened to it in ages, so I'm like, there's so much dust on my Rolodex in my head. Wait. What songs are on that album again? uh, please don't embarrass me too much on that one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, big Metallica fans. I I I used to know all that stuff by heart, but I haven't. I have been in my own world over
Sure.
here.
No,
Yeah,
that's a great track and one of my favorite. That was the first song I ever heard from them, and just that like swell at the beginning, and then it kicks in, and it's just
yeah.
still one of my top five favorite songs from them. So
Hell yeah, man.
beautiful, man. Thank you so much. Blast
Thanks for
talking.
having me.
Can't wait to see you on March 1st.
Oh yeah, that's coming up.
Real quick here.
Yeah, so tell me about it. All right, see you soon, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Rob. Bye bye.